everybody. On behalf of the Vanderplaats family, I'd like to extend a very warm welcome to you all today. We're here to celebrate, and it is a celebration, of the life of Henk Vanderplaats. Henk lived a very full life. He was a man who loved his family and he loved people. And you're invited to join Shirley and the family after the service today for refreshments and have a chance to catch up with each other as well after the service. Now hopefully you've had a chance to sign the little memorial book as well, but it will be available if you haven't put your name in there, just so the family can have a record of who's been here today. We'd like to begin this service today by playing the song, Sound of Silence. It's a beautiful piece of music. That song's been going around my head for the last couple of days, actually. It's my privilege to be able to read a eulogy on Henk's life on behalf of his family. Henk was born in Newkirk on the IJssel on 21st of December 1926 to Sharky and Hendrika Vanderplaats. I hope I've got that right. He was named after his mother and was the youngest of 6 boys. He came into the world in his parents' built-in cupboard bed. The family home was a bit like the ones that you see on Coronation Street, all attached in a long row. Henk has always been into sports in a big way. He loved soccer, boxing, motorcycle and car racing. He served in the Dutch Army in the 35 AAT Transport Division, and served in Indonesia during the war. Henk immigrated to New Zealand in July 1952 as a paid migrant, and he worked for the railways for 2 years, then worked for Snowy Briscoe as a carpenter. At this point in his life, he met Shirley, and as you'll see in a photo tribute we have, he was quite a good-looking fellow. They built their family home in Wainuiomata and spent 26 years there before retiring here to lovely Napier back in 1987. Over the years, Henk has turned his hand to many things, like home brew, with very well remembered outcomes apparently. Numerous toys and play equipment were made for the children and grandchildren. He worked for Anchor Homes, Fletcher's, Wainuiomata Mall and Securitas in a variety of roles. In later years, he tried marmalade making, knitting, music, making decorations and decorating their house for Christmas decorations and lights. Being a conversationalist, he was never at a loss for words, as everyone would know. He always made time to chat, and this would be one of the most notable things that we'll all remember him for. Over the years, both Henk and Shirley travelled extensively overseas, basing themselves in Holland and venturing to further destinations. They were still travelling right up to the time that Henk became ill, having just completed a tour of the South Island. We do have some photos prepared in the photo slide now that the family have put together, and it's going to be accompanied by that song Memories. This is quite a special song. It was the first piece of music that Henk learned when he learned to play the keyboard, so it has special meaning today. lots of good memories there. Just come to a chance for some tributes of Henk's life, and I'm just going to ask Mallory and Taylor if they'd like to come up first. Okay, maybe just Mallory.
I read what my daughter wrote first. So my daughter, Taylor, wrote, my great-granddad was someone who loved and cared for me, my brothers, and Devon, and Emily, and Mum, and Nana, and Granddad. Okay. And I'll try to do this without crying. No, okay. When I think of my granddad, there are so many different memories, thoughts and feelings I could share today with you. So here are just some of my most cherished memories, moments of a man that I looked up to and loved, teaching me how to chop firewood. Mum went berserk as she saw me holding an axe as I swung it down. Then there was a time as I was standing in the garage, Granddad told me not to break his smallest drill bit. He made me promise not to break it. What did I do? I broke it. I remember coming out into the patio, crying, calling out to Mum. Mum, I've broken the drill bit, terrified that Granddad was going to be angry. Granddad wasn't angry. The Dutch saying that Granddad used to teach us. To this day, I'm still not sure what this Dutch saying meant, but knowing Granddad, it was something funny. As a child, I was called Kiki. I'm not actually sure why I was called Kiki, but it was the nickname I was given as a child. And the last time I saw Granddad at sunset, the first thing he said to me was, "Hey Kiki," at 29. I was Kiki still at 29. There are so many memories that I could talk about, but those are the memories that I think of when I think of Granddad. There is one more memory, and that is the memory of after I gave birth to my daughter. And he said to me, he whispered to me, "No matter what, I'm proud of you, and you can do this. I love you." So to end this by saying, we left us to this. And I'm not going to attempt to say it anymore because I'm going to muck it up. But what it means in Dutch is, we love you. Farewell. Until we meet again, Granddad.
Yes, well done. I'd just like to invite Graham to come up as well.